welcome back to my channel. ILLIT is back with a special video. This is Love Older You, Believe in Tomorrow's You, and Dream On. This is a 2026 recap, so let's go ahead and see what this is all about. Ooh. Ooh, I like that backing vocal there too. It's very nice. Nice little harmonization here. Ooh, even more harmonization. That's really nice. Ooh, second verse was shorter. I love that harmonization. It's so nice. It really fills up the texture with all the instrumentation. Ooh. Ooh, the background changed for the electronic part. This was such like a precious song. The lyrics are, from what I could pick up, because they weren't translating exactly correctly, for me, from what I could pick up, this was like such a heartfelt song, basically like looking back at your younger self and, you know, basically believing in your older self. Like, it's really interesting the way that it came across. I really thought it was beautiful, and I loved that at the very end where they had the repetitive kind of outro of "Dear younger me, love older you," like just basically being kind to yourself. That was really, really beautiful and precious. And it's just kind of, it's one of those things where, like, when you are young, you have all of these hopes and dreams for when you get older, right? And I think sometimes that when we get older, we think of ourselves as like foolish for having those dreams. But I think it's really important to love like ourselves and love our inner child, and like really give grace to ourselves as we grow up, especially when maybe we don't accomplish those dreams, and then we kind of like beat ourselves down on that. And then I feel like here they're saying like, "Dear younger me, love older you," like really like make sure, even though like I might have not accomplished everything that you wanted, like please like still love yourself and that kind of thing. So I thought that was really, real beautiful. At least that's what I interpreted that as. Of course, I will go and look at the English lyrics like in a separate translation later, but that's kind of the feeling that I got off just the first listen and what I could pick up from the scattered subtitles. So what I really loved about this is besides just the lyrics and the overall feeling of it, is in the instrumentation, we had such a interesting feeling in the background and the backdrop of what was happening, both vocally and instrumentally. So at the very beginning, I love how it was kind of simple. We had like just the guitar with the vocal kind of thing, right? And then as it goes on, we pick up this like mallet electronic sound. It kind of sounds like a modified like bells, if you ever heard, or like glockenspiel, which that's what it sounded like to me, but it was like modified a little bit like electronically. So my guess is probably played on like electronic piano and transposed. And then as it continued, and that kind of mallet background and strumming in the guitar kind of continued the entire time, but in various different ways. So as you were going on in that first verse, we add strumming more, and then the drums added a lot more before kind of pulling away and going into that first chorus. And what I really loved in the chorus was the vocals. I felt like everything came together and texturally just made everything really full. It made it, kind of seem like we had peaks and valleys, right? Because it was soft and then it got loud because of the chorus and then it gets soft again. So in the chorus, we have this beautiful backing vocal, which is very low and interesting to listen to. And then as the chorus goes on, we add more and more harmonization on top of that. Just really, really nice. And then, like I said, eventually we get the strings in there and it just becomes this really full, beautiful, like harmonic piece within just this chorus. So I really loved that. And then in verse 2, we go back just to the mallets and the guitar, but then again, we slowly add the rest of the instruments as we're getting closer to the chorus. Verse 2 was much shorter than verse 1. I found that really interesting. And just because, I thought that maybe we would have more, but I think that it worked out in the long run having it, because then we have some differences in what's going on in the form. And then again, I love that chorus and the harmonization. And then we have the bridge. The electronic strumming gave and the strumming had a little different rhythmic feeling here. It changed up as far as what was going on. Before it was very bum, 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 like kind of, it had this very specific pattern to it. And then here it changed the pattern up, which is really, really cool to listen to. And then we have that kind of outro of the repetitiveness of Dear Younger Me, Love Older You feeling. And then alongside that, the MV was so well done. I like how it felt kind of fuzzy and almost dreamlike and like you're looking back on memories. I thought that was a really smart choice. So tell me what you guys thought about this. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What was your favorite part of the song or the MV? And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.